Hello everyone, this is Rita Holmes, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. I am here to bring you a video tonight of 2 gift card holders that I'm going to make and show you, but right now I am going to make sure that my iPad is set up and ready to go so I can make sure that you are in the picture when I get to that. So here we are. Okay. Let me just say welcome to anybody that's here and watching the video. I much appreciate you coming and seeing my videos, and I want to invite you all to my Facebook group. I know some of you don't have Facebook, and I totally get that. But if you do have Facebook, I have a group called Stamp Crazy VIP, and you are welcome to join that anytime. I do put PDFs of all my videos that I make are in that, because I do every Tuesday morning. I do the same video that I'm showing you here. I do on Tuesday mornings on that Stamp Crazy VIP Facebook group, and then I put a PDF in the file. So you are welcome to go over there and snag any of those that you want. If you've seen a lot of my videos and didn't know the files were there, all of the videos I've ever done, there is a PDF in there, unless I stated in the video that I didn't make a PDF. But 99% of them have a PDF. So I wanted to tell you that, and I wanted to tell you that Stampin' Up! Until tomorrow, it started yesterday, is having a seasonal sale where there is 10% off of cardstock, 15% off ink pads, and 20% off dies. There is a PDF out, which I actually put on my Facebook page that can be printed off, that tells you what ones are on sale. I do think when I looked over that, I didn't see anything that's in the mini catalog as far as dies on sale. So I do want to tell you that, but a lot of the other dies, excluding bundles. Now, if it's a bundle, you can't buy the bundle and get the discount off of the die. That does not work. So just so you know that, because I don't want you to try to order something and not be able to get it. But anyway, this ends tomorrow night, and you're more than welcome to go to my online store, which is ritaholmes.stampinup.net. If you don't have a demonstrator and you need one and you want to buy some stuff, you can go there and order off of my online store. When I flip my phone, you will see I have a host code for November, and you can use that host code if you would. So I'm going to get ready and get started here. If you would like to, I'd like for you to share, hit the share button to share my video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would much appreciate that also. And you can give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Thumbs up means that you like the video, which I'm very happy for if you do. Thumbs down is if you don't like it or disagree with something. And if that's the case, give me the thumbs down and comment and let me know what you would like to see better, because I'm always open for that criticism and like to change things up so that I can make everybody happy, okay? So with that all being said, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to flip my phone up. I am not using my microphone today because I got a new phone, and it seems to be, the sound seems to be working a lot better. So we're going to try that without the microphone, because the microphone can be a little hectic, the one I have, and I don't want to use it if I don't have to. So I am going to turn my phone around, so you're going to see my ceiling for a minute, and then you're going to kind of see my table as I put this up here and hope that it doesn't change direction on me. And scoot my table. I don't know why that's messed up, but anyway, there we go. Do you think I need to probably put it down? Let's put it down just a little bit so that you're closer. There we go. So we can see all of that. So let's turn the light on so we can have some light on here, and we are ready to go. These are the gift cards that we are going to, gift card holders that we are going to do. The first one is a small one that just opens up, and actually I got the gift card in this one. I only have one gift card down here. I found this in my purse. I hope it has money on it. So you can stick your gift card right there. I put a little Velcro dot that would keep that shut so that kind of stays secure. Now this one is small, so you could actually use this to put like on a front of a card or something like that. So let me kind of show you what I'm talking about. I want to take a card that I made in the other video, and then you could just do something like putting this like so, or like so, and you could just have like a card back and have this as your front, or you can make a card and just stick this in the center. And the other card, greeting or gift card holder, this goes in like this, closes like this, and it actually will go into a regular A2 envelope, our card envelopes, to mail. Just like that. It has just a tiny bit of room on the sides, but it'll fold and mail. I actually mailed 2 of these together yesterday. Put one to one side and one to the other, and it went through the mail fine. So just want to let you know about that. And also on this one, I also used a Velcro dot to keep that shut too. I got my card over a little bit too far, but I have my Velcro dot right here, and that just closes and keeps that shut. So I'm going to show you how to make these 2, and I'm going to start with this one right here first. Find my PDF, I've covered it up. Here's my PDF of the cards. It'll say card holder 1, which is going to be this one right here. Gives you the supplies, the directions, and card number 2 is on the second page. It's one PDF, and again, you can get those over at my Stamp Crazy VIP Facebook page. If anyone needs my host code, it is right here. If you can see it, it's MXVXA2R9. So, we also, I forgot to mention, have a thing where you can join Stampin' Up! For $75 and get $125 worth of stuff free. You also get free shipping, which helps. And so it's almost like you're getting the stuff half price. So I want to let you know that if anybody's interested in joining, and I would love to have you join my team. If you do not have another demonstrator, just let me know in the comments or send me an email at ritaholmes0611@gmail.com. Okay, let's get started. We're going to start with this one first. And we're going to start out with a piece of cardstock that measures 2 3/4 by 11 inches. So you can get 3 of these out of one piece of cardstock. And this is cut, I gotta make sure I got the right way. It's like this. I'm going to make sure because we're gonna score this at 4 inches. It's going this way. We're gonna score this at 4 inches and 7.5. And the reason why I want this to go the right way, in the PDF, I call this the first panel, second panel, and third panel. We're going to cut this third panel at a diagonal. That's what's going to hold our cardstock. This panel is just a little bit smaller than this panel over here, and that's why we use that. So it's 2 3/4 by 11, scored at 4 inches and 7.5 inches. And now we're going to cut our diagonal, okay? So I'm going to bring in my not my scoreboard, but my paper trimmer. And what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to line up my score line at the top and then my bottom right corner, okay? And I'm going to line that up just like that, and I'm going to cut my diagonal. So that is basically our card holder on this one. So now that I've got those done, I'm going to take and fold all this. So I'm going to give it a good crease, okay? I want everything creased really, really good. And I'm going to bring this one over and kind of make sure that everything matches. And I'm going to crease it also, okay? So there we go. Okay, now what I have here, let me bring in all of my little pieces so far. As soon as I can get a hold of them. Here we go. Here we go, and we have some tree punches right here. No, we're not using tree punches on this, sorry. We're using just a stamp right here. Get myself confused with both of them. So what I did was I cut 2 pieces of DSP, and it is cut at 2 1/4 by 3 1/4. I have 2 white pieces that are cut 2 1/2 by 3 1/2. So what I'm going to do with this first one is I'm just going to layer these 2 together, okay? And then I'm going to go ahead and glue those to the front of my card, because I'm not going to be doing like putting any ribbon around it or anything like that. It can just be glued down, more so to give this color than anything else. Okay, so let me straighten that up on there. Just give it a good press. And then I'm going to go ahead and glue that on the front right here. So let's just glue that down. Okay, that is the front of our card. So what I had here is I had 2 pieces. I already used one, and let me show you how this would work. Of course, this is a different color. They are like that, okay? So what I do, because I always cut from my top right down to my bottom, so I turn it over on the back side, so I cut my diagonal so that it fits right here, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and glue that on there, and it's just to give some color inside of our card. You don't really have to do that. And you could use the opposite color if you want to also. You don't have to keep all the pattern just the same if you want to give it a little bit more of a there we go. So now what I'm going to do is I use tear and tape to put this. It's a little bit stronger. We're just going to put it across the bottom. We don't need to put it on that inside. And I put it all the way down at the bottom and just tear it. Make sure that's on there really, really good so I can pull it up. Need better fingernails. There we go. Or not as fat of fingers, maybe. So I'm going to make sure that matches down there, and I'm just going to push that down, and I'm going to turn it over and just burnish that so that that is down really tight, and that way we have a gift card that fits right in there, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp my white piece for the inside, and I'm going to stamp the white circle. I used my circle dies, and the best thing I can tell you is just get one that fits your whatever you're doing. I use this second one right here, and then I actually use the second one right here for my dies, because I barely wanted the edge to show, so I didn't have to I didn't want much, so I didn't go any bigger than that. Plus my card's little. I'm going to use real red because it matches my paper, and we're going to stamp. It's called The Magic of Christmas Never Ends, and it is in the Classic Cloche stamp set. You can use any saying that you would like on the front of your card. I just happen to pick this one. I like it. So we're going to stamp that. And then I'm going to take the Merry Christmas, which is out of the For Unto Us stamp set here. I'm using this little Merry Christmas. I didn't want anything real big to overpower the inside of the card. And I think I'm going to put this one up here to the corner so you have more room to sign down here. I think that makes sense. After I made my other cards, I decided that might be good. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and glue this one onto my circle. So let's go ahead and glue that down. And like I said, you just barely have a little bit of the green showing. I didn't want a whole lot. I didn't want the background to overpower my little saying that I have on there. And I'm going to go ahead and glue this white piece to right here. And that gives you room to sign your little gift card holder. Gift card holder, not gift card. So that's going to go right here. We'll just adhere that down. Okay, now before I go any further, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little Velcro dots. And I buy these at Joann Fabrics. And I'm sure you can get them at a lot of places, but I like these really little ones. And so I'm just going to pull them, and I already have the tops and bottoms together. I already went and matched all of those up, so I just have to pull off one. I'm going to stick that right here. And I'm going to go ahead and close that so that, and then that way when you open it, there's your gift card. Your little dots over here and here. I'm going to go ahead and take this out because I'm going to be using it with the other card. And I'm going to shut that. I'm going to take my Magic of Christmas saying, and I'm going to just put a few dimensionals on here. These are really easy to make, and you could make out a lot. And I think what I'm going to do with these is I'm going to maybe make them and these and put them in the little mini paper pumpkin boxes, maybe with a couple of pieces of candy and stuff in it, and then the gift card holder. But I am actually, because I'm going to give money, and I'm just going to put the bill in here because I'm not going to give like 10 $1 bills or anything like that. I'm just going to go ahead and put the bill in here with the amount showing and do money instead of gift cards. I thought that would be cute too. Last thing we're going to do is we're going to take the Simply Elegant trim that comes in gold and silver in a pack. We're going to use the gold. I like the way it showed up on here. Except for I get it all tied in a knot. That's kind of crazy. Let's untie all that. Okay, I'm going to make a bow. I don't want it quite that big, so I'm just going to work it down a little bit. I think that's about what I would like. Yep. Looks good. I'm going to go ahead and take and trim my ends. And then I'm going to take on a glue dot. And because this is so thin, what I do is I start it at the end of it and I kind of roll that glue dot so it stays just behind that little knot. So if you kind of roll it while it's on that paper, then just use your fingers and put it right behind the knot there so it doesn't show. and stick it right on your card. And there you have the little gift card. That's all there is to this one. Cute, huh? I really like it. I thought it was really cute. So let's clean this mess up. Of course, you have this triangle left. That's really the only piece of scrap you had. You can save it for another card if you might need it on another card or whatever. Or you can pitch it in the trash. Or put it in your little cardstock recycle area. Okay, the next one is just a little bit more involved, but doesn't mean that it's harder. So let's get the pieces out that we're going to use for it. My tear tape got stuck to my... How'd that happen? Because I didn't put it back on my roll good enough. I'm sure that's what's wrong. Okay, here we go, ladies. We've got a 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 piece of real red cardstock. We have a 3/4 by 3 inch piece of white, basic white cardstock. We have two 1 3/4 by 1 3/4 inch squares. And we have two 2 by 2 inch squares. And we have a piece of DSP that measures 4 by 12. Scored at 4 inches and 8 inches, and I already have this scored, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it and I'm going to fold on my score lines. And when I do that, I really want to burnish this down, okay? I really want them both to be burnished down. Alrighty, let's get that. I'm trying to get it kind of straight. Okay, so there's our score lines. So I've got those burnished down. Now what I'm going to do is, this is going to be our front. This is going to be our inside, okay, or our other side, because it's going to be at a triangle. So half of it's going to be that part. This part will be the bottom. This part will be the top. Okay? So what I am going to do, and I really, doesn't matter to me which side is up or down. So I've just got it folded this way, which means that mine will be like this when I do it. Or I can flip it around if I want. But what I'm going to do is take where this 8 inch square score line is. I want to put that down and bring my edges to meet right where that score line is. And I'm just going to crease that, okay? And then I'm going to keep this straight and come across here and keep it straight. And then I'm going to take and burnish that really good, okay? So that is that side of the card. And just make sure everything's down, okay? Now we're going to do this side of the card. And what we are going to do here is I'm going to fold this over and I'm going to take from this bottom of my 4 inch line and I'm going to go to the top. So it makes it opposite, okay? But I'm going to do it this way so I can see what I'm doing better. I want that to be on that line. So I'm just moving around to where I can see what I'm doing pretty good. And then I'm going to bring it down and make sure that it is then I am going to burnish that. You're just making sure you're making this other triangle, basically. So now I have this like this, or I can change it like the other one and do this way. You can do it either way you want. I think I'm going to change it up a little bit and go this way with it tonight. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I got all of this really scored so it's down. I'm going to glue this flap to each other. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some glue. I think I'm about ready to get a new glue bottle out. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that down. Okay. I'm going to open this one up and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to glue it together. Doesn't matter which flap you put your glue on, just so you have it, and you put it down and furnish that. I'm going to take it, I'm going to turn it over, and I'm just going to rub really good to make sure those are all nice and glued down. Okay, so there is basically so far my card. The only thing I'm going to do is what I did on the last one. I'm going to put some tear and tape right across the bottom here. I don't need to go up any side or anything like that, because this will hold it closed enough to make sure that your gift card will fit in there. So I'm just going to put that in there, make sure this is down so I don't catch it on anything. Burnish that really, really good with my fingers. Pull that up. Bring this over, make sure my edges down at the bottom are lined up. And I'm gonna once again turn that over, and right there where I put that tear and tape, I'm just making sure that that's down good. And therefore, let's open this one. Take this out and stick it right there, and we have our gift card holder. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do my Velcro dot. Okay. And again, if you didn't catch it, I did get these at Joann Fabrics. Because I really, really like using them. I use them on a lot of different projects. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this right here because I don't want it to get on my side right there. And I'm going to bring that shut, and I'm just going to, so that will keep it shut, and then we'll just open it. There we go. The next thing that I am going to do, take my two colors of my squares. I'm not going to be stamping on these because I'm going to put my trees on them, but I needed something there to adhere my trees to. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put some glue on each one of my squares and bring them in and put them on my red squares. And I'll do the same with this one. And then we can go ahead and glue these down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on to overlap where my folds are. Okay? So that's going to go right here. So I just want to put glue actually right here, but I'm not going to use glue because I'm going to be turning this, opening and closing this. So I'm going to use a little bit of snail adhesive. And I am going to, I'm actually not going to center it down because I'm going to put my saying here. So I'm just going to put this up a little bit. Really about where this corner is just barely above where this meets right here. Just like that. So then we're going to open our card. And I'm going to take and I'm going to glue this one right here. So what I'm going to do is put my adhesive over on this side. I'm going to line that up with that piece that's already on there so that they're even. And just glue that down. Okay. Now if I want to, I can hold that up and put a little bit of glue, just a tiny bit, and hold that together if I want to make that more sturdy. I'm going to stamp my North Pole delivery, which comes from the Perfectly Plaid set. I'm using this. This also are stamps that match the tree punch that we're using tonight. So first let's stamp this. We're going to use real red again. That's hard to say. That's going to go right here. I'm going to turn that over, let it dry a second, so I don't smear it. Don't want to smear it. Looks funny in the video, fanning that. So I'm just adding glue to it. I don't want any dimensionals on it because I'm going to have the trees will be my dimensional part of this. So I'm just gluing this down, making sure that it just stays on this lower piece. It doesn't overlap onto this piece. So now we're going to do our trees. And our trees, if you watched my video last week, got a little bit of glue on there. Does everybody use a glue eraser? I can't live without it. I'm using it all the time. If I feel a little sticky where I don't want it. So what I've got here is I've got my trees. See which ways, if I got my trees lined up this time. If you remember, if you watched my last video, I didn't do that part very well. So this time I'm making sure that I get my trees right. There we go. First thing we're going to do is cut off the trunk of the DSP paper because we're not going to want that on there. Okay, so we have those are off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some glue on my tree. I'll go ahead and do that on both of them. Hold on to that, put my tree on there, and I can just pick it up and move that around to where it covers the cardstock. So there's our one tree. Here's our second tree. And then what I'm going to do is I have a little piece of soft suede. I'm going to put it in here and I'm going to cut me a tree trunk. So there we go. I'll cut those off. So let's cut both of these. I will put just a dot of glue on each one of these trees. Just so that we will have room for our little tree trunk that I can't pick up. So I'm going to put that on there. Pick that up again, and that way I can just squeeze that, make sure it's on there. I can do the same with this one. Okay, now to decorate this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my red one, put it down first, and I'm just going to, I'm going to use just adhesive for this part. And I'm going to glue that to where it's up off of the square a little bit. And then this one I'm going to use dimensionals on, because I want it to stand out a little bit. So I'm going to put 2 down there and 1 right here. And I'm going to put that right there. So there we go. We're done. You just open that, and there is this. You can sign right here, and you put your gift card in here. Like I said, this will fit in an envelope, and actually both of them will fit in an envelope together if you were doing 2. Oh, I forgot to put it on our red, because that makes it sturdy. So let's do that. Makes it a little bit sturdier. So I'm just going to add it to my red. I'm going to turn that over and just rub my edges so that I know that it's on there. And there we go. There is our finished cards for tonight. Our gift card holders. Really cute, huh? I hope you guys enjoyed this. I enjoyed making them. And I hope to be back around this time next week. Of course, next week is Thanksgiving, so I don't know. I'm hoping I'll get a video up and on before Thanksgiving Day. It's going to be a busy time. So if I don't, I hope you all have a very nice Thanksgiving, and have a blessed Thanksgiving also. And remember to give thanks in what you've got. Be thankful and grateful. And I will see you again at another time. Remember our sale that ends tomorrow. You can join till the end of the month for $75. You can get the Garden of Eden set till the end of December, actually, which will be out in the new catalog. Also, we are going to have our new catalog. Mini catalog will start in January, and it'll have a celebration catalog with it that is January to February. So if you don't have a demonstrator and you would like to get your hands on those catalogs, please email me at ritaholmes0611@gmail.com, or leave me a message either in the video here or that, and I will try to get a catalog to you. I'll need your name and your address and that, and I can get you a catalog, the mini catalog and the celebration catalog. But I need to know that by probably the end of next week, say by Thanksgiving Day. I would need to know, because I'll add you to my mailing selector so that they will be mailed out the 1st of December to you. That is all I have to let you know about. I hope you all again have a nice day or night, whatever time you are watching this, and I will be back with you soon. Thanks, and bye.